right, we have moms anxiously awaiting. You're not a mom to, well, you got a couple in there. Mom's anxiously awaiting babies. Watch, they're gonna run right past the babies, see if there's food. Come on, babies. It's gonna create a little, tornado is what's gonna happen. Yeah, all moms are out. Except for this one, obviously. There we go. That's not your mommy, though. Goodness. Javi, can you move your foot, baby? Thank you. Honey, your mom's out. I don't know where she is, Miss Babs. Oh, I forgot to feed you, Chai. I'm sorry. Journey just loves the high ground. I don't know if you guys saw in the last video. Ever since she's been a baby, she would come in here and get up on this ledge right here. It's just a 2x4, so 1 3/4 inches, and she just likes to stand there above the crazy, I guess. Okay, that's the baby release for today. I'm gonna go start putting up the rest of the fence and hopefully let these girls out today. And then I gotta make a batch of soap and wrap like 800 bars of soap, and the same tomorrow and the next day. Gentlemen. Oh. Miss Cookie. Would you leave those boys alone? Are these your little peasants? They're just here to fawn over you. Yes. Muffin is doing what Muffin does, and that's head out first thing in the morning. Hey, Magnum's doing what Magnum does. And that's ensure the ladies know he is available. I don't know. That is your baby. Mom, what is happening? I don't know what's happening. For the record, I'm okay if it leans out just a tiny bit like it is, because when I run this hot wire across the top, it's going to go from this post to that post up there. So that little bit of bow is good. It will pull back in a little bit when I tighten the fence up. If you guys have never seen me do this before, it's just a matter of kind of putting a little crink in it like that. It works fantastically. Just do like 4 or 5 of them in a row like this. And I'll do that from top to bottom. And then I'll come over here to this post. It's already getting, you see when I start out, I got a nice bend in it there. And because it's tightening up, I'll get less of a bend in each one. So eventually, by the time I get to the other end, it'll be a little loose up there as well. But in the middle, I won't really have to do the top. So I might get into a scenario where the bottom is still loose. Like you can see, that's clearly a lot looser. So I'll just come down here, tighten up the bottom like that. And we'll just put tension where we need it up and down the fence. Straighten her up there and move on to the next panel. So up here, because we are on the hill and on a little bit of an angle, the bottom stayed really loose. So it'll take a lot more tension up here to kind of straighten that up. And what that does is put waves in the rest of it. But as you just continue up through the fence, when all the layers start pulling tight, it'll pull itself straight out. You have to be a little bit careful. It doesn't take much tension to actually, you know, if you move a 1/4 of an inch all the way down through here, you can actually watch this post start leaning like that. So you got to be kind of careful. I have it tensioned really well up through here, so it shouldn't pull too far because it's already tight over there. In the end, it all kind of starts working together, kind of pulling each other tight and straightening everything out. So got one more strip past the mower, and then I'll make the turn towards the other fence, and then we'll be done and goaties can get out. Yay. For those of y'all who pointed out that Lester always says fencing is never done, 100% correct. Never. Especially with little chubby goats, because they're going to want to come and lean on it and press on it and loosen your fence and loosen your posts. I'm sure cattle is worse, but I wouldn't be trying to keep cattle in with what is essentially garden fence. I'm not necessarily trying to keep the goats in with this. You guys know this is kind of a hard barrier, and then they don't really mess with it too much. They know they're inside the fence and they stay. It's when they think they can jump out, which is what happened with the other fence. You know, that was a lot of learning out there. And it took me the summer and some frustration, and the fence is kind of not built the way I want it to, but if I need to start going back and correcting stuff, then I'll build it the way I'm building it now. So it's just a learning process. Just something I had to learn to do and figure out. And if you ever want to test your fence, get some goats. They'll show you every single little nook and cranny they can slip under and slip through or jump over. Alrighty. So this section's done. See, nice and straight, nice and tight. And then I'm finished here. Not gonna tighten this up until I pop the gate on there. I've decided not to use the upper gate up there because it's only 6 feet. It's a little tight. I want to, if necessary, be able to drive the truck down in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a gate out of a cattle panel like I've done in the other spots. There's one down there and there's one right there. So I'll get the gate put in here. I'll show you guys chopping that up. And then get the solar charger put here. Get the fence run. I'm a little concerned that I might have to run electric on the back side of this fence, so that not that they'll, of course they'll want to get back into this pasture, even though there's so much grass over here, it's not even funny. But I'm concerned just with them jumping on this fence, even if they don't get in the pasture, because I'm not concerned about keeping them out of it. I'm just concerned about them wanting to get into it and jumping all over this fence and busting it up. So I'll probably just put the conductors facing this way, run a wire from here to here, from here to there, and then I'll just jump off of this wire under here over to here and make it hot that way. I didn't want to do that because what I want to do is give the batteries a rest. We'll see. Right now, my phone's about to die. I'm heading up this way. I'll show you my error. There's the man door. You can see that. What I did is I let all the little goobies out over here. I thought, you know, there's tons of grass over here. It was probably 4 foot tall at the time. They'll come out here and they'll just eat some grass and they won't bother the fence. But no, what they want to do, they want to get on that side of the fence. So they busted this up a little bit and that's on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some T-posts. I'm going to put them probably midway between each T-post, which will be about 25 feet. Cinch it up in the middle. What I might have to do is actually cut the fence and rewrap it to the fence just to get that extra. What I'll do is cut it, stretch it so it's tight, take out the excess fence, and wrap it around like I normally do. Because that's not terrible, but that's a lot of tension to take out. A lot. Okay. Keep going. Okay. I'm gonna save you the boring details. Basically put a post here at 25 feet. You see how this side is still wobbly and let's see if I can get my hand on it. Crooked. And this side is pretty much straight now. So just put the post there, tighten down, crimp the fence in some places, and then I'll pop a step-in post right here in the middle just to support the fence from wobbling back and forth. I think I'll actually put 2 on here. I have to see how many I have. And then we'll go with that. So I'll do that again there. Do it again all the way up there. And one right down there, right past that post in the middle there. And that should tighten everything else back up. This isn't too terrible back here. I don't know. I'll put a post in there. Better be safe than sorry. And then get the gate up, and we gotta keep this party moving. All right, this is taking way too long, but I'm going post to post now. See the yellow clips? So what I'll do is just put, this is a 5-inch extension, which brings the wire way out away from the fence like that. So I'm just gonna go every T-post all the way around, put one of these on there, and then I'll come back through with the wire. And there's no way I'm gonna get to gate today. So just hopefully get the wire done and then stop there. Y'all, this might be the second most redneck white trash thing I've ever done. I use this system on my other posts, but usually the posts are faced the other way, and it sits in this channel, and then it's just surrounded by the clip. So I've tried this. It actually works great. Booyah. So I think just what I'm going to do out of an abundance of caution is just put like 2,000 of these on here. Probably as many as I can fit. Yeah. All right, y'all. Still have about an hour to sunset. Guessing it's 6 o'clock. Yep. Okay, so gates up. Just put this little hook on here for now. I'm gonna have to do something more permanent. It flows like a dream. So I can easily come right in here with the tractor. Closes back up. I did put like 10,000 fence clamps on there. I just had them, guys. As I do with most things, I just had them. So I used them. Never gonna be sad with too many. I got the charger on. Get the wired up. I have to just trim that little hot tail off there. Actually had to drill a hole through the grounding rod because I don't have one of the clamps, and I wasn't driving to town to get a clamp because that would just put me into tomorrow. So fence is hot. I've run the wire all the way around. Charger's on. I already touched it here. I'm gonna go kick open the door over here, and then I'm gonna go the furthest point away from the charger and touch it again. See how that goes. What, baby? You still need a boy? Man, gosh, she's gorgeous. You know how pretty you are? I'm sure you do. Aye. All right, I got some garbage to pick up. So I'll make sure I do before I let the goaties. Well, good night. I didn't even get that far. I was just tying the door back. All right. Well, babies are a little nervous. I've never had this open with the new babes. Go to town, girls. Go to town. That means get her done if you're not from around here. Like, I'm going to go to town on this. I don't know where it comes from, but it is a thing. So, all right. This is what I wanted to see. Like mad dogs. Is that everyone except for a couple babes? All right. I'm going to let them eat this Premier One fence out of the grass before I try to get it out of there. If you've ever had a grass grow up around a Premier One fence, it's just not. Just leave it. Wait till fall, till the grass is dead and crusty. Nice. So I wanted to talk about, because somebody asked me how we train the goats on the fence. 100% believe it's just natural nature, something that they can sense when the electric is running through the fence, because they will get real close to it and never touch it. Some of them will touch it. Don't get me wrong. Some of them will absolutely touch it. And that's how they learn. Most of them can sense it. The ones who can't do touch it. But most of them just sense the electric going through it and they totally avoid it. They'll get real close, like they're interested, but then they're like, nah. So I'm going to touch it. Yeah, it doesn't even hurt, but it's the brain. Ah, God, yep, that's a good one. Yep, that's popping. What's that, big dog? So now, guys, I mean, they have full range, full pasture. Like I said, I got some stuff to clean up, but the sun's going down. These were... Oh, don't touch the fence. These were kind of in the ground like this, and the fence was hanging on it. And now that they've been warped like that, straight garbage. We got anybody going around? Yep, got them going around the back there. So yeah, guys, there it is. Fence up and done. It's just gonna give them so much grass. I mean, if you just look at how much is just here, all the way up to the fence ends about right there. So they have all this, and then they have this again, all on this side of the creek, all the way back down. And then when they, hi, you over here all by yourself? Don't go too far from your mommy. So they have all of this. I wave my hand at the all of this. And then on this side of the creek, I mean, it goes back as far as you can see. Just all the way back to the tree line back there. It's just grass, pure grass. So relieved. Thank you to everyone who hit our Amazon wish list and sent us fence. I cannot tell you how much it means to us. Thanks PK for sending a bunch of extra step-in posts. Needed those for the metal cable tie tool, and the amount of fence you sent. What are you doing? What are you doing? You in trouble or are you looking for trouble? All right, girls, I'll see you in a few hours. Babies, go back to your mommies. No, don't follow me. Go. Go on. Go on. Hey, girls. Ah, does my heart so much good, guys. They don't know where to eat first. Oh, I love that. They're just like, do we eat here? Do we eat here? Do we eat here? Love it. That's a lot of grass, baby girl. Well, milk production should kick up. Hi, babies.